Some here. This is my second one of these today. Training vlog is up though, so you guys can see what's going on with the bench press training today. My second walk of the day. I'm going to take the list cardio way up. I'm going to do a lot of walks because I could use the sunshine and fresh air. Also potentially good for business. Some of the neighbors might hire me for coaching. At least one has mentioned the possibility of it just from me out here. So yeah, I'm just going to stream all these walks. That's one of the things, you know, with all the cardio I'll be doing. It's not lost time if I stream all of it on my platforms. That way we multitask. However, we will not be doing regular scheduled lives sitting down, because if I need to do lots of cardio to start leaning out, which helps me lean out a lot when I make certain diet adjustments, if I do it right, it doesn't impact my training either. That's the beauty of it. So I've done this before. So if I do it this way, it stays productive, right? It's not just cardio. It is literally paid cardio. So that's the beauty of it. Also, when you guys get in here, click that like button, please. Be sure you guys drop comments down under also, so that we get more people in here later. So those of you who've come in after the fact, because I'll get lots of views after, click the like button, leave me comments. But yeah, some of these may be slow, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of cardio. We're gonna try to stream all of it, including the indoor stuff on the bike, including the walking, and I'm just gonna rotate and mix them all up. The main thing is I do probably need to be getting about 2 hours to just listen every day. Okay. Now that I've got my training right where it's perfect for recovery, now I can get away with adding and ramping the cardio. Have all the lifestyle factors dialed in, right? Looking at what training volumes we need for progress, no junk volume. Then we can add lists and tighten the diet further. All right, the diet's always tight. It's just that I don't care about being lean most of the time. So the idea right now is just to drop that really low and just run on carbs and protein. And it's not junk carbs, it's rice and potatoes, basically, for those curious. Lots of rice, lots of potatoes. And those are great for digestion. That's the other perk too. The brown rice and stuff does kind of have to go if I'm going to be doing this much cardio. Because what I don't need is to get out on a long walk and then feel the need to poop or have GI tract distress. It's not good. So, some basmati and white potatoes, right? Staple carbs. Staple carbs for endurance athletes too, for that same reason, by the way. Again, people have to study other sports more. They have to step outside of the little bodybuilding type niche sometimes. And yeah, that's a proven, very well proven method when you understand nutrient partitioning, is to ramp carbs and do lots of lists, especially if you have a lot of muscle. End up burning through fat quite effectively. You know? On the other hand, I know guys who take the really serious where they have to do more of them. You can see the timer. Of course, I was in another stream first. Phil, I mean, so we're only 4 minutes. Well, I was about 5 or 6 minutes in when I started this one because I did Facebook first. So I'll probably do a lot of these. I'll do one of my 2 Facebooks first, and then we'll get these going. But there we go. More likes are coming, or more people are coming in. Hit the like button, guys. That's what gets people into the stream. So Phil, the same thing, man. You're asking questions, drop me a like, because it ticked up and then it ticked back down. So, yep. Well, like I've said in this, you guys will see what I'm doing. I'm going to start doing up to about 2 hours a day. So that is my cutting strategy when I want to lean out. I really want to lean out and not drop water. I just drop carbs when I want to drop water. But that's the idea. I got my training just right at just over the minimum volumes I need to make good progress. And then I can just push hard progressive overload without overtraining. And then that gives me wiggle room on the low intensity cardio, right? Lots of walking, lots of cycling on my indoor bike. The name of the game. I don't know why the screen is getting dark here. Go over to the shadier area. But, yeah. All right, good. I can see the screen at least. I don't know if I want to stay in the woody area though. Let's go back out on the street. I think it's just dim enough we can get away with it. But guys, y'all got to hit the like button. Let's get people in here. Yeah, so I'm just going to stream all the cardio. You guys are going to see me in here a lot on the different platforms. I don't ever stream on Instagram because they haven't monetized my streams. Hey coach, drop my like, appreciate it, man. Should you get to a point where you aren't breathing hard after a few minutes? No, my breath rate and heart rate's always going to be up when I'm doing brisk walking because I'm a 220 pound lifter. Like, that's just going to happen. But that's the idea. Think in terms of energy terms. That's another reason I always start training my calves again, right? Big calves alone ruins marathon runners for that reason. But big calves is great for burning through way more calories and fat when you're out doing stuff like this. But yeah, that's just going to be the case. Like the breathing is always going to be a little more labored for a guy who's over 200 pounds. It's just not avoidable. I mean, it's just unavoidable. But again, the context. This is why guys with a lot of muscle can do less cardio and torch through their body fat too, right? Because again, think about if the breathing is labored just with a brisk walk and you do it an hour or two a day. So there's your context for that, right? You get over to where I can see the screen better again. Go back to the woody area. I might have to get something to help with this screen eventually. I'm going to do a lot of these outside. The indoor ones will be easier. Yeah, I got to get over to more shade. And the reason is I can no longer read the screen at all. So, but yeah, that's the idea. Muscle mass really burns through a ridiculous amount of calories with lower intensity cardio. It's a beautiful thing. That's why I tell lots of people just get really jacked. It will make getting lean easier later. Let's see. Talking got you out of breath. Yeah. So what? Well, the walking is the big part of it. Talking is not really the big deal. And no, it's not going to improve from doing more of it. So people be like, well, when your conditioning gets it, no, it won't matter. Right? Is training with intentionality overrated, or should you always leave a lot? Training with intensity? No, you shouldn't ever leave a lot in the tank. Unless you're trying to do crazy high volumes to get the same effect you could have done with less, right? No, I'm out of breath because I'm 220 pounds and walking briskly. And it doesn't improve. Like when I used to do 2 hours of this a day, it doesn't ever improve. It's just the nature of brisk walking when you have massive legs. I mean, you see my quads and calves. But it's a good thing. So again, kind of ask that question when people say, what do you mean you're not going to do a bunch of brisk walking and lean out? Like, yeah, I actually will. Just because the energy turnover is really high when you've got massive quads and calves. Really high. Chris Owens, you don't leave a lot of reps in the tank. No, dude, most of my sets are 2 failure or 1 rep in reserve. Notice my bar speed slows on most of my stuff at the end. Like if you watch today's stuff, I didn't do any sets where I had more than 1 rep left. And there were stuff to failure. So pretty normal. I did at least 5 of my total sets to failure today on camera. No, you're not gonna get a quick body shot on camera. There's plenty of body shots up on Facebook. I just take screenshots of my training. Why don't you follow me on all my social media? Walking burns a lot more calories than people realize, especially when you've got muscle. That alone is a good reason to train your calves and stuff. Good afternoon, Trim Baloney. What is your maintenance calories? Before adding all this cardio, probably 3,500 to 3,800. I need 4,000 calories to gain a pound. So now that I'm going to add all this extra list cardio, it's going to go up. But I can keep the calories, more down at 3,500-ish or less. All right, time for a new phone. I mean, I have a couple different phones. I probably do need to upgrade this one. No, this is my better one, actually. I probably do need to upgrade them eventually. Problem is I've had to change all my stuff over to keys because I had certain things where I had the authenticator on my phone for all my accounts. And now I've gone over to physical keys. So I could definitely change phones now. All right. So, I'm not in the shade. I can't read the screen now. I just noticed Jason has an OnlyFans. What does he have on there? Hey, Sarah, I'm not going to answer that. If you want to know, then you have to sign up. It's that simple. And if you ask that and you're not willing to sign up, then I'm just going to ban you for bringing it up at all. Is that fair? But Sarah, I already know you're a troll. Come on. Coach is a beast walking around. It's normal to be out of breath. Yep. I can't seem to replicate rep performance on my second and third set after training hard. You need longer rest times. I mean, better work capacity helps, but really you just need longer rest times. How short is your rest times? Yeah. No, Chris, there's real girls in the streams. There are people I know who come in the streams who are girls. Like I know they're girls personally. From other social media interaction and stuff. So. Plus, I'm friends with a lot of female coaches and powerlifters, and they pop through my stuff sometimes too. So it's normal. But they're not going to come in and do what Sarah did. Sarah's obviously a troll, right? Like there's absolutely a given. Oh, this is a really good shady area. I'll walk around here. Well, no, Chris, it's not the thing, but it's like it's not really a topic of conversation. If a person wants to go be on it, they'll go be on it. They don't need to ask me about it here. I mean, is that a fair statement? Like, why would you discuss it? Jason, pancakes 90% men's, it's just how fitness is. Yeah, I'm here. My Facebook, according to my analytics, is about 40% women, 43% women. But YouTube appears to be like 95%. Rest times are 3 to 5 minutes, just like I'm spent. As the pull-ups went to 12, 10, 9. 3 reps loss isn't terrible, by the way. That's not that bad. Once it starts getting to 5, though, you're into junk volume. Either you got to just take those sets out, or you need the longer rest times. It's just the way that it is, brother. The likes are now exceeding the number of people viewing. These will be hit or miss. I'm going to do so many streams at different times though now with the cardio. We can just expect a lot of variation, fluctuation there. Still walking, coach. Well, it's a second walk. I came and recorded my vlog, ate my breakfast. So I did my training, did a 40-minute walk, put up my vlog, ate my breakfast, and then we're doing another one. Hey, Dio, no person with a full-time career has the time to come into every one of my multiple ones of these and light them up as the main talker and then arguing with me. So just an FYI. I do know most of my actual trolls are either fully on welfare with no jobs or they only work part-time. I do have some of their names. So come on, dude. All right. Coach, will you ever bring back the coffee chats? I don't feel like it, no. I feel like at this point I need to do enough cardio. There's no point in doing a stream where I'm not doing cardio. Like, it's just it's not a good use of my time. Like, the streams don't make enough money to justify only sitting down doing a stream, right? What do you do for work? I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I do online coaching and I'm a social media influencer. Yes, bulking too quickly will cause wheel spinning because you're going to get fat. You're not going to gain a single ounce more muscle from bulking too quickly, right? And then you have to spend time cutting, and that cutting is going to cost you muscle. So yes, bulking fast followed by a cut is a great way to spin your wheels, unless you're blasting gear. You could have made twice as much progress had you just lean bulked in the same number of total months. Coaching sounds like a way to go. Social media. Social media pay doesn't always suck. Sometimes it's really good. It's just really hit or miss. Like, it can be up and down. Like the other day, I'm not gonna say which platform or how or where, but one of my platforms made $205 in a single day, in revenue in one day. That's not my normal right now, but I mean, it does happen. This depends on what's going on with your outreach. I don't know about that. Jason posts more on social media than anyone I've ever seen. It might pay something. I think people would really be shocked at what stuff pays and why. It would really be weird if you people really knew. I think it would be surprising. What's going on, Rudy? Long time no see. Do you think your opinion on bulking will ever change again? No, guys, there's no reason for you to bulk fast. I've just observed too much of it. I've seen data. I've talked with enough other coaches too. The whole idea of fast bulking is dead. It really is dead. It's just, it's a very outdated concept. And I get it. Keep in mind, some people like, with this pro bodybuilder, I'm like, are you guys sure they're really gaining that much fat? Or is it just water from all the DECA, anadrol, and insulin? There's a lot of pro bodybuilders who literally, from some of their drug stacks, put on 20, 30 pounds of water in the off season and drop the water just when they change drugs alone. I guess money is a relative term. I love how you can usually find a coach update within an hour somewhere. It makes me happy, right? Well, it's because I run all my platforms. I am not as active on YouTube as I am on my other stuff, and I think people forget that. YouTube, other than these lives, now, if I didn't do lives, YouTube would account for maybe 10% of my total social media work. if we're evenly splitting the videos I upload to multiple platforms, counting an even time, because I don't put videos here that don't go to other places, right? It's like, so I don't care if a video only gets 300 views on one platform, if it gets 1,000 on another, and then whatever. I'm not sure why people ever complicate this stuff. Eat more than your maintenance and lift weights. Best programs are online. A lot of people need individual coaching. It's really what it comes down to. Coaching is largely accountability, and the coach keeping you in line and everything sorted, keeping your injuries lower. There's a lot to it. Big time, I learned that the hard way. Yeah, the live streams on the bike will be coming too. Right? I'll be doing more of those also. But I figure when it's nice out sometimes, I need the sun, I need the fresh air. So let's get out and do some walking also. So we're going to do both, because I've got to add up the cardio. But I definitely don't feel like doing a walking stream in the evening. So those will definitely be indoors on the bike. All right. The nuance is, if someone isn't careful, they will have a stream. Oh gosh. Only people who are fitness, social media obsessed even notice those things. Are you doing a 2 a day? No, I'm just doing list cardio. I only train, my lifting's only 4 days a week. But yeah, Gregory, we're going to be doing up to 2 hours of streams of doing cardio a day now. I take all my list cardio up, and then I multitask. Right? Okay. So sometimes this might be 3 a day, actually. Main thing is I need to make sure I get the total cardio time in. So this walk is about 30 minutes deep already. The last one was 40. Weighted squats and body weight squats at home right now. I have a meet coming next week. Awesome. Thank you for all the motivation. You're welcome, man. Coach, I struggle to, I don't understand your question. Maybe it's because it's hard to read the screen, but you wrote a word I don't know. I struggle to mutilize. I don't know what that word means. Could you give me the English version? Not sure if maybe you speak a different language. All right. Oh well, just have to accept that you can't read it. Well, if I can hold it higher, this is a little better. I don't know how much muscle I've put on. I haven't measured it. I haven't been doing DEXA scans. Oh, what do you mean you struggle to I don't know. Learn to multitask. I mean, bro, I can't give you advice on everything in life. So if you tell me, Coach, I struggle to multitask, my answer would be, well, learn to multitask. Coach, I struggle to speed read. Stop reading left to right, read straight down. I mean, these are the only answers I have. Not really, Dylan. Do you think your opinion on book? Hey, you keep asking the same stuff over and over, and I already answered that. I answered that question already, and then you've asked it 4 more times or 3 times or whatever since I gave you the answer. So are you hoping for me to change my answer? So I answered your question once and you keep asking it. Are you expecting to convince me to change my answer midstream when I get lightheaded from all the cardio? Yeah, I need to just ban him already. Because he's been dominating the streams nonstop, talking about bulking and getting people fat. We don't need that nonsense. Let's just get rid of him. I agree. Pull this on, but I really like all your stuff, but all he does is argue. No, you don't. You're just a fat fuck. who wants to make people other fat fucks, and you want me to endorse it. You can go be fat somewhere else. All right. How you like that answer? Look, guys, I might like strength sports, but I'm not going to endorse people getting fat. And that's what he's endorsing. But it's only temporary. It's like, no, you're setting them up to really bad habits. All right. Thank you, brother. Plan to compete for life. Awesome. Hey, dude, I hope that you do successfully compete for life, bro. Thanks, coach. All right? We just got to get rid of the clowns like that. We don't need it. Phil, do you think you'll ever compete again? I will 100% compete again. I just am not going to tell you guys when, for obvious reasons. All right? Is that fair? Any tips for competitions, Jason? I literally coach people for competitions. I mean, my tips would be hire me, I'll get you ready. I'll get your mindset ready, help you pick your attempts, all that stuff. Pretty normal. Most of my people, I call them, give them a pep talk the night before, the morning of their meet. Make sure all their stuff is picked. So I pick all your attempts and everything. Coach, do you prefer the UK to US? No. Why would anybody prefer the UK to the US? How many competitions have you done? Quite a few. The live to live in, I mean. I don't see why any person who's lived in the UK or the US would even ask that question. That seems really weird. The standard of living is objectively better in most of the United States and the UK. This is not. Is this even up for debate? Higher standard of living, lower costs, lower taxes, more freedoms. I'm not sure how this is comparable. Okay, but you have castles. All right, that's cool. All right. Coach, do you ever attend? No, because I can't always get to travel to go do that. I'm not saying I haven't done it. I just keep it low key. I haven't done it in Houston here, but I just kind of kept low key with it. Didn't tell anybody. Person didn't even announce I was their coach anywhere. So we just do it. I lived in the UK for 3 years. And I can say objectively, I don't understand how any person would say they prefer to live in the UK over most of the US. It's not rational. I mean, I get it. They have castles. That's cool. Coach, well, that's true. You guys have more drug freedoms. But it's not like gear is hard to get in the US. And it's not like the police go looking for it. I don't think there's more homelessness in the US. I saw more beggars on the street in the UK than I've ever seen in the US. So I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't looked up statistics, but I mean, if I were to just go on observation, I'm like, dude, the UK, you can't go down the high street or go grocery shopping without passing 10 panhandlers. So what are you talking about? Then again, I live in an area where they usually run them off. They're not going to let them sit out here and do that. I mean, I guess y'all have more welfare there because the taxes are higher. I feel there's way more homeless in the US. Here's thoughts on BPC. Maybe BPC for certain injuries. That's about it. Most peptides are dead though in 2025, right? With the cost of growth hormone, after the Chinese have flooded the market with all those high quality generics for the last few years, I don't know why anyone messes with any other peptides. It's just they're no longer the cost effectiveness they used to have. But BPC is good for injury healing, so that might be the one exception. Like if you have something to heal an injury faster. But I've also heard of guys mega dosing growth and actually getting rapid healing too. I think Jason started competing latest in life. All right, guys, it's a little hard to read in the sun. I'm working my way back around towards my house. So, get by this guy here. He's trying to bring his trash cans in. It was our trash and recycling day. All right. All right, what else we have going? What are you talking about? Homosexuality latent. Guys, it's like dislike. Get rid of this nonsense. All right. So I'm gonna make the final pass here back towards my house, get around the street, get back home, and then we'll wind it down. So I've got a couple more minutes left. If I can see the screen in the sunlight here, I'll try to answer your questions if they're worth answering. Where is this one? This one's past 30 minutes, which I already did a Facebook before it. Okay, good. We're doing good on getting the cardio time in. This one's not fasted though. I had breakfast. First one's fasted. I don't need to be doing hours of fasted cardio. We need to get carved up, get glycogen back up after training, you know, and then eat more food. All right, I see more questions popping up. I'll answer them. I'll read them when I get to the next shade tree. I know my sunglasses don't help. They made it worse. I couldn't even read with those things. Probably some technology solution to this. All right. You used to do this with a vest. Yes, I'm not doing the vest anymore. I've explained why numerous times. All right. There's a point where it impacts recovery too much when you're doing lots of it. I need to be able to squat heavy twice a week. That's a problem. All right, that 50-pound vest weighs you down a lot. And this works just fine. Did you know? What a weird question. No, I knew about lifting comps when I was much younger. I did some unsanctioned powerlifting meets, just little local stuff, non-federation, in my 20s. But they don't count and they don't go up on open powerlifting because they're not sanctioned meets. I've done at least one non-sanctioned meet on camera actually since being on YouTube too. You know. Did you ever play any sports? Nope. Do you add cows for plate stalls for a beginner? No. They gain weight at the normal rate they need to be gaining it at. You don't add more over a minor stall. Stalls are going to happen. Everybody stalls. You just keep training. You build more muscle, you push past them. Is it healthy to tongue punch boxes? I don't know. We'll have to research that further. That's not the nature of my channel, though. I don't know. I wouldn't put my tongue all the way in there, dude. Just saying. I guess as long as it's clean, just the outside should be good, dude. You know? I wouldn't tongue punch it, though. All right. At least I keep it real. Let's just keep it honest there. All right, guys, I'm home. Time to wind this down. So I love you guys and gals, and I'll talk to you next time. What's up, Dean? Dean, you caught me just as I'm walking up to my garage, man. Take care, though, bro. Dean, you need to come back to Team Blaha, dude. But I'm out.